Mr. President, my name is Khalid Taimur Akram and I am from Pakistan. First of all, thank you very much for inviting us and I'm here for the third time. And in last 1.5 years, we have seen very intense diplomatic efforts by yourself incorporating Central Asia, incorporating Pakistan and other Asian countries. You were there in Samarkand also, and in fact, you attended almost every regional platform in last 1.5 years. Before I move on to my question, first of all, I would like to thank you for exempting Pakistani rice for any kind of taxes for next 5 years. So we are very grateful for that, and this gesture has been taken in a very, very positive way for bringing up the trade between Pakistan and Azerbaijan. I would now like to ask you that how do you think, you have been going around in all the Central Asia and other Asian countries, in your opinion, do you think that in times to come, the dream of connecting South Asia, Central Asia with Azerbaijan is going to accomplish? Do you think that Iran and Armenia, will they be creating any kind of problems in times to come, or will they be going along with whatever the regional countries are doing? Because all these countries are making lots of efforts and we have practically seen you going around everywhere talking to the world leaders and especially the regional country leaders. So your comments on that.
I met twice Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Shahbaz Sharif, during the last couple of months, and we discussed broadly the agenda of our bilateral relations, and this is the agenda of friendship and brotherhood. And we're very grateful to Pakistan for continuous support, which the country demonstrates with respect to Azerbaijan-Armenian relations during the times of occupation and after liberation of our territory, and during the war, Pakistan always was with us. And this political and moral support is highly appreciated by the people of Azerbaijan. We discussed also with Prime Minister how to intensify the economic and trade cooperation, and the decision which you referred to, the special regulations for rice from Pakistan, is a reflection of that, because we decided to make this step in order to stimulate the growth of mutual trade. And as we discussed with Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif, we need to see what kind of goods we can provide to each other, and why should we buy rice from some other place if we have high-quality rice in the brotherly country. So that decision was clearly based on our brotherly relations. With respect to my contacts with leaders of the region, yes, these contacts have a very great level of dynamism, especially now after pandemic, when international travels again become part of our life. I spent a lot of time in Central Asian countries. I visited Uzbekistan 3 times since this April, on official visit and on international events. I visited Kyrgyzstan on a state visit. President of Kazakhstan was on official visit this August. And also before that I visited Turkmenistan, and I'm planning to visit Tajikistan next year. I have invitation from President. And also on the sidelines of international events, we always use time to talk, because a lot of things are happening and we must be ready for that. And speaking at the summit of Turkish States Organization, I addressed the issue of security, because now security becomes maybe more important than ever before. And countries which have a traditional ties must address this issue on the bilateral track and also multilateral, and to see how can we support each other. because the world has changed, international law is not working or working selectively. Therefore, if you have a power, if you have a strong army, if you have good allies, then you can feel yourself on the safe side. Therefore, I think the connectivity projects which we are implementing will lead to more regional security and stability, and there is a great chance to accomplish them. Again, as far as we are concerned, in Azerbaijan, all the transportation projects, whether it's east-west or north-south, railroad or highway, airports or fleet or seaport, everything is ready. So the same level of readiness must be in all the countries en route of the corridor. Is it the case? No. But we see the positive dynamics. For instance, at one of the international events which I participated relatively recently, there was an agreement signed of construction of railroad between China, Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan. This project was on hold for many years. But now everybody understands that there is a need to bring cargoes towards Caspian, to engage Trans-Caspian opportunities to a large degree. Therefore, this project, which is, as far as I know, is financed by China, has a great chance to contribute largely to transportation. We have excellent relations with Pakistan, and I know that the Gwadar port of Pakistan is transforming into a big international hub. And to connect Gwadar port with our infrastructure is not a difficult thing. We need just to properly address the issue of tariffs, legal framework, coordination on regulation, and to have a teamwork. For instance, we have started the trilateral format of active cooperation between Azerbaijan, Turkey and Kazakhstan. The first meeting of foreign ministers and transportation ministers took place several months ago. Now, the second meeting, and our neighbor Georgia is invited. It will be a meeting of 4 countries, because we are all interconnected and we need to have a single policy. Because if any country will try to achieve more than it can, then it will not work. What else we've done here? We've accumulated the synergy of our transportation entities, because previously there was a kind of a more corporate policy of these companies. I mean, Azerbaijan Railroad, Seaport, Caspian Shipping, and some others. So now we have full coordination, and the Ministry of Transportation and Digital Transformation is coordinating this process. Therefore, there will be a single window in Azerbaijan, which will make very easy for companies who want to use this route in order to have minimum bureaucracy. And of course, efficiency of our transportation companies. In all the transportation companies, we already introduced the corporate management criteria, so it is already bringing results. You asked about whether Iran and Armenia will be able to disrupt this process. I don't think so. First, Armenia doesn't have neither geographical nor any other capability or advantages in the region. It actually is a deadlocked country. No transportation route crosses Armenia. Their transportation network is outdated and do not belong to them. Their railroads belong to Российские железные дороги, RZD, Russian Railroad Company. And actually our discussions on Zangezur corridor we have with Russia, not with Armenia. Because Armenia is a satellite country, it's a dependent country. Its independence is very symbolic, and we are not going to waste time negotiating with them. We are negotiating with Russia. And by the way, during my recent communications with Russian officials, we discussed the Zangezur corridor, and I don't think that Armenia will be able to block this project. As far as Iran is concerned, I also don't think that that will be the case, because Iran itself should be interested in regional connectivity projects, because these projects, they are not against anyone, they are for the benefit. So again, if we manage to establish a platform of sincere cooperation and shared benefit approach with all the players, it will work. If not, then it probably will work partially. So it will depend, of course, on our interaction with our partners. But again, Azerbaijan as a geographical center of this project, and as a country which already, as I said, has full infrastructure in place, and country which has good relations with different international actors, understands its responsibility and will do everything in order to move the project forward.